Well, hello, my lovelies. It's Murky Meg here. It's Sunday, the 9th of April, and today I'm going to be discussing Princess Kate, the Princess of Wales. Now, we all know that she's been put through the ringer a little bit, and she was one of the focuses that Harry and Meghan had a dig at the Oprah interview and via the Netflix as well. In Harry's book, he published private correspondence from text between her and Meghan, which I thought was extremely devious. But a new book is being published by royal correspondent or royal reporter Robert Jobson, which is called Our King, in which he writes that Kate found her Windsor walkabout with Harry and Meghan after the Queen's death one of the hardest things she'd ever had to do. According to Robert Jobson, the Princess of Wales told a senior royal that it was so difficult for her because of the ill feeling between the couples. Now, we all know that it took everybody by surprise when the Prince and Princess of Wales were joined by Harry and Meghan to greet well-wishers down the long walk at Windsor. And a lot of people, not me, I wasn't one of them, saying, "Oh my God, the Fab Four, it's the reconciliation we've all been waiting for." No, it wasn't. It was just being polite, to be perfectly honest. But Robert Jobson says that a source close to the royal family have confirmed to him that this was all an illusion. Catherine later admitted to a senior royal that such was the ill feeling between the two couples. The joint walkabout was one of the hardest things she's ever had to do. I think for all royal watchers out there, you could quite see not only were they dealing with the pain of losing the Queen, but it was almost like a forced smile. It wasn't a reunion. It was tense and it was awkward, in my own personal opinion. Can you imagine having to do that? You've been slated on worldwide telly, and this whole Who Made Who Cry was brought up yet again. This was before Harry's spare came out and was detailing the texts, so that's going to lead to even more tension. But you've watched a couple that you were very close to destroy everything you hold dear, attack your family, attack your job essentially, and you have to then go and put on a smile for the cameras and the well-wishers. I can imagine that it was an extremely difficult time. She's trying to be there for her husband. She's trying to show respect for the late Queen. And she's having to nanny these two because of PR. You know, I think Robert Jobson is stating the blinking obvious. We all knew how hard it was for her and how much pain it was causing her. Can you just put yourself in her position? It must have been an incredibly hard thing to have having to put a brave face on and interact with those two after what they had done. I think she was incredibly brave, to be perfectly honest. And it shows an incredible level of dignity to be able to do that. William and Catherine did exactly what was expected of them. They put personal feelings aside and showed unity for our beloved Queen. It's no wonder that she found it difficult, and I have incredible empathy for her and everything that she's going through. She hasn't put a foot wrong, in my own personal opinion. She went through a terrible time with the tabloids, and she didn't hit out. She didn't go on Oprah. She didn't write a book. She didn't do numerous interviews slating everything. She literally got on with her duty. She handled her duty with grace and dignity. So did William, in my own personal opinion. Here's a question for you. If you had somebody in your family that was constantly attacking yourselves and your family so publicly, either on social media or something like that, would you stand side by side to show unity? I think it was incredibly brave. Rightfully so, Meghan looked nervous on that walkabout, and she had a lot to look nervous about because of both her and her husband's actions. I don't know how the Harkles had the gall to do it, to be perfectly honest, and when I was watching it on TV, it was just kind of like a, huh? Kind of moment. Like, what is actually happening? I know that they did it for unity, but with everything that went on, I just thought, you cheeky blighters. And reading how it made her feel makes me have so much more respect for her. Can you imagine that she's trying to raise a family? She's got so much on her shoulders. Yes, they're incredibly privileged, but just because you're privileged doesn't mean that you don't have feelings and can't feel disrespected or hurt. I say kudos for Kate. So I would love to know your thoughts on this. Was it obvious how Kate felt? Did she look poised? Did she do her duty well? I think she did. You could see that there was slight nervous tensions, but I don't think you saw it quite clearly. It was more evident on Harry and Meghan's side. They were very jittery and nervous, and William and Kate just dealt with it with dignity. And like I said, kudos to them. I'm so pleased that William and Catherine are now the Prince and Princess of Wales. It's so well deserved. Like I said previously, she's not put a foot wrong, and she has put duty before anything else. And I think that's something she can be incredibly proud of. As always, I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.